In November 1979, 52 Americans were taken hostage in the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, Iran. It was a pivotal moment in U.S.-Iran relations, and it lasted for 444 days. In this video, we'll take a look at the background, events, and aftermath of the crisis. To understand the Iranian hostage crisis, we need to look back at the history of U.S.-Iran relations. In 1953, the US and UK orchestrated a coup in Iran that overthrew the democratically elected Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh and installed the pro-Western Shah, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. The Shah's regime was seen as corrupt and oppressive, and resentment against US involvement in Iranian affairs grew. In 1979, the Islamic Revolution overthrew the Shah, and Ayatollah Khomeini became the supreme leader of Iran. The revolutionaries saw the U.S. as the main supporter of the Shah's regime, and the embassy takeover was seen as a way to undermine the U.S. influence in Iran and assert their own. On November 4, 1979, a group of Iranian students stormed the U.S. Embassy in Tehran and took 66 Americans hostage. 14 of them were released soon after, but 52 were held captive for over a year. The hostages were blindfolded, bound, and subjected to physical and psychological abuse. The U.S. government tried various methods to negotiate the release of the hostages, but the Iranian government refused to cooperate. The U.S. attempted a military rescue mission in April 1980, but it was a failure and resulted in the deaths of 8 American servicemen. The hostage crisis lasted until January 20, 1981, when the hostages were finally released, moments after President Jimmy Carter left office and Ronald Reagan was sworn in as the new president. The Iranian hostage crisis had a significant impact on U.S.-Iran relations. It worsened the already strained relationship between the two countries and led to economic sanctions against Iran. The U.S. cut diplomatic ties with Iran, and the two countries have been in a state of hostility ever since. The hostage crisis also had domestic implications. It was a factor in the 1980 U.S. presidential election, in which Ronald Reagan defeated Jimmy Carter. The crisis also led to a change in U.S. foreign policy towards Iran and the Middle East. Load failed in the Iran-Iraq War and increased its military presence in the region. In conclusion, the Iranian hostage crisis was a significant event in U.S.-Iran relations and had a lasting impact on both countries. It was a reflection of the tensions and mistrust between the U.S. and Iran, which continue to this day. We hope this video has provided you with a comprehensive understanding of the background, events, and aftermath of the Iranian hostage crisis. Thank you for watching.